what more people are not reporting on, and something that I suspected a couple of days ago is so this goes on. So I started watching this, trying to keep up on apprised of all the newest findings and stuff on what these drones are, and they're affecting at least 4 states on the East Coast or wherever, and some other places too. They seem to be flying over sensitive military sites as well as airports, and over. What really struck me as odd is why were they flying over Trump's golf course in New Jersey? And that was a couple of days ago. And I thought, well, the word of Iranian actually popped in my mind, Iranians. And so I go, and then all the experts are in the debating this, saying, oh, we don't know what these drones are. They could be this, they could be that. Even the hearings on Congress and stuff. What are these drones? Could they be of this world? They're very, some of them are as large as a bus or a car, three, could anywhere from 2 to 4 to 7,000 pounds of weight on these things, and they're buzzing around. Okay, and so people are speculating: are this a space invasion or not? Or maybe it's something actually far more nefarious than what you think that could affect us all in the upcoming days that you may not be aware of. It'll be like a Pearl Harbor of a mass scale. That's what we're facing right now. This is my opinion. I'm only giving you my opinion, but this is so I'll start with the space invasion scenario that was playing out. People were talking about, these experts and electronics experts were examining these things. They tried to shoot it down using radar or guided laser. They shut off and they don't see them. So they don't want to shoot them down because they'll land in some populated area, so forth, etc. You don't know what's in them. And so all this has been hush, classified. The government's not saying anything. People's minds are wondering. Experts are saying, oh, these are extraterrestrial, or maybe they're demonic coming from the earth. Nobody seems to know. Well, just a few moments ago, I got this headline. New Jersey lawmaker warns mystery drones may originate from an Iranian mothership and should be shot down. And so this congressman who's on the committee of looking into all this stuff, and his sources say from the military that there is a cargo vessel or something out off the East Coast launching these things, and they're from Iran. Iran is using advanced technology, drone technology, that our military is pretty much inept about. And the reason why it's inept, and probably why they want to keep it quiet, is because, 4 years we had DEI training, mandatory DEI training, and trans people prancing around trying to get recruits to join the army. We spent buku billions of dollars that are unaccounted for in the Pentagon spending that nobody knows about. Where did it go? Supposed to be DEI training? No, we weakened our military, so China and Iran know that the United States military is exceedingly weak right now. We have the strongest military, but when you're led by incompetent boobs and who want to dismantle our military for neo-Marxist goals of diversity, equity, and inclusion for a new order of the age, this is one of the consequences of that. And so they determined, from what I understand this guy said, is that these are coming from Iran. And that would explain why they're going over Trump's golf course, and why I thought a couple of days ago, why would anybody fly drones over Trump? Why would aliens want to make contact with Trump playing golf? I go, no, the Iranians vowed to assassinate him. And also, another thing that crossed my mind yesterday or last night was 9/11 style attack. They took over aircraft. Well, they vowed to shoot down or blow up planes, our airports and stuff. They want to take out and bring down 20, 30, 40, maybe 100 civilian planes in a mass terrorist attack. So what better way than to freak people out that this is an alien invasion using advanced technology, that America is too stupid, and with like General Willy-Nilly Millie said, perfect critical Marxist way, we need to explore diversity and look at how people think and how they're oppressed. And this is more important than the Chinese, and more important than anything else. We'll devote all our times and have Dole Van Mulvaney come in and prance around and recruitment things. And then, we have trans. That's more important. That's more important. And it's more important than keeping our country safe and keeping up with the Joneses, I guess, who are our main enemies. China's launching and Iran's launching and possibly maybe Russia. I don't know. I can't prove Russia is. But China has this technology they determined, according to this article, according to what I saw from the video in that article. The article is listed in this article is found, link is found in the bottom of the page and in the description. And this guy, I'm right. I thought this is right. We should shoot it down. And the excuse of just like the Chinese spy balloon, let it spy over our nuclear weapons sites, let it spy all over the country. Then when it gets over the ocean, then shoot it down. Under the same reasons. Well, don't shoot it over Montana where it's sparsely populated and hardly anybody populated when you should have shot it down, or over Idaho or Washington State, wherever it came through, where a lot of areas and the heck where it came down at. If it comes, it's going to come down 99.9% of the time in a non-urban area, and it's not going to hit a farmhouse or anything. You have more of a chance of a cow or a sheep or a bear being hit by the thing than a person. But when you let it go over your most populated centers, then you have a reason not to shoot it down. But there are plenty of places in New Jersey, I'm sure, where there's vacant lots and woods, and they can shoot these things down. For some reason, they have a technology to mess up the guidance system so you can't target it. So you have to go back to the old analog system, like, a Bofors 44 millimeter cannon, and with the proximity fuses, and just get 10 or 15 of them shooting at that thing. You're going to bring it down. It's not going to evade analog technology like that. Or you have to go out and find a ship and sink it. This is war. And since in other countries they're seeing this, you're probably looking at some type of Chinese involvement as well. So, I hate to pop the people's bubble, but it doesn't really look like an alien invasion. It looks more like a planned incursion where, considering where Biden's family has dealt things with and who they dealt with, and they let spy balloons go over our country. Why not let Chinese? You let them and Iranians, they want to get rid of Trump, so join in the club. Or they can use it as a psyops to scare people so they can declare martial law and prevent Trump from getting in. There's 100 different scenarios this could play out. So I just thought you guys might be interested in the latest news about these things. I did suspect that, I didn't say it, but I did suspect, it came in my mind that Iran wanted to assassinate Trump, and they fly over Trump's golf course. So 1 + 1 = 2, and it's pretty logical that it is. And Iran has got sophisticated drone technology from China. And so while the experts say that's not possible, let's not forget they said the same thing about the Japanese who struck Pearl Harbor. No, they don't have the advanced planes that could do this. Their ships can't get that far to hit us. They'll never do this. Well, they can fly one of these drones underneath our radar. And what happens if they have a nuclear device in them? All these things flowing around, and even if you do shoot them, the one with the bomb makes it and blows up part of a city, a port city, whatever. What happens if they suddenly go haywire and start downing passenger airliners worldwide? It's something far more nefarious, but when I see the actions of the Chinese developing over in the area of the Philippines, China Sea, South China Sea, and their territorial demands with Taiwan, a weak president who colludes with them, who's all for them. You go, don't forget that on Obama's Christmas tree back in, I think it was both years, both times he was in office for 8 years. A picture of Chairman Mao graced a ornament that made big news headlines back then, and how Pocahontas, the congresswoman who's a Pocahontas, um, touts and supports the Maoist ideology, and how these people and corporations favored the cheap slave labor that China can produce, and the non-polluting. There's no regulations for pollution over there as well. So, things add up. You know, stupidity grows straw for brains, and that's what it is. And that's what we have running our country. Pro-Chinese, pro-communist, pro-Marxist. We have a governor in California is like that all along the West Coast, and in Chicago, places, New York. What can I say? And governors as well in Wisconsin. It just makes you think, what will this so-called alien invasion be? Will it be some type of 9/11 type strike, nuclear weapons, or maybe bombing of a hospital or something? They're right now they're collecting data, getting flight paths integrated into these things so they know where to go when they're armed up and ready to explode. And in the meantime, people don't do anything because it's part of the package. Because if they did shoot one of these down, then the deal is off, and you can't pay off the Biden administration, who wants to get in power at all cost and stay in power. The Democrat Party does. So, just food for thought. You can let me know what you think in the comment section. But I tell you, I have seen some strange things, but when I look at it, boy, this is a perfect military ploy that the deep state could use. This could be a ploy that could be used by the Chinese and the Iranians for a nefarious Pearl Harbor-like attack, 9/11 type attack in a divided America who's been totally split by neo-Marxist ideas. I mean, let's call it critical Marxism. I'll call it what it is. Critical. I learned it as critical systems theory, and it's hard for me to call it the Frankfurt Critical School, but it's more, that's the same thing. It's critical systems theory. And, wow, I'll talk more about that later. But right now, I just wanted to share that about that. So are we really under an alien invasion part 2? Well, there's partial truth in that through George Soros and his Fabian socialist ways, and Starmer's Fabian socialist ways, and the World Economic Forum's favored Chinese Maoist communism ways, and Fabian socialism all rolled into one, with a little bit of fascism to keep the economy going, of the World Economic Forum. What do you think is going to happen? What do? They opened up the open borders. So we do have a real alien invasion, but they're coming here illegally. And you already had, I read one article today, and I can't remember where it was, what news, I think it was Newsmax, that talked about the bureaucrats are trying to protect themselves from being fired by Donald Trump. So set up different programs and rules so they can circumvent that, so they can still stay in business when Trump gets into office. So they got a plan in place to strike back. I'm just telling you. And so they want to use a real alien invasion in order to solidify their voting base for perpetuity, so we no longer live in the land of the free and the home of the brave, but we live under the Borg collective of neo-Marxism, or Marxist critical Marxism is what you live under. The hell of that. We just went through 4 years of trying to brainwash us with that. and enter into the realm of one government for the world. It's an amazing thing when you look at it. So there is some truth in alien invasion, but it's not. It's a physical invasion of people coming across the border illegally. There's also another third alien invasion going on. It's called the hierarchy, which is supposed to have physical manifestation by the year 2025. And what they mean by that is the sowing of chaos and overshadowing or temporarily possessing people, lifting off and possessing them again, overshadowing them to train leaders, these people who are in this leadership position, overshadowed to train others how to be initiated into this collectivism mindset. And eventually the hierarchy plans to come back. And the first incursion is going to be seen through the Antichrist and so forth, etc. I'm not going to get into all the deals with that, but you're talking about principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, and hosts of wickedness in heavenly places. You're talking about spiritual invasion. It's been going on for eons now. But take heart, the Lord is our Savior. He gave us authority and power over these things. And just learn how to use your authority. You will be fine. I'm just telling you, I just wanted to give you a little public service about these aliens and everything like that. I don't have no idea why I'm yawning. I had a good night's sleep. Maybe it's because I just got off of an interview um, with a show, and maybe that's why I'm tired. But anyway, I want to take off here in a minute. I got some errands to run, and I got bills to pay right now. I got checks to write. I got, uh, uh, all the fun stuff. It's going to take me several hours before I can get out of here, do anything. But anyway, I pray that you all are well, and we'll see you later. With that, if you'd like to support what I do, you can contact me. My website information, emails there, PayPal information. If you'd like to support me, please pray for me. Or if you want to do anything financially, there's my PayPal information. I have 2 books, Land Unknown, Hell's Dominion, and Heaven Beckons. Just you can support me as well as that way. With that, I'm going to go off to the live chat. Just look for a quick second because I just came on abruptly because I wasn't planning to come on. So I hope you understand this, that what we're seeing here in these drones that we're seeing may not be from Spaceland or from under the earth. Maybe some of them are. We really don't know. We really don't know if they are. But as Wide Awake says in New Jersey, he saw a drone last Friday evening. People are seeing them all over the place. So yeah, most likely they're the Iranian and Chinese. They have something cooking. And since we're seeing this in the worldwide phenomena all over the place, seaport areas and stuff, Great Britain is an island, so they can go in any direction. And you're seeing this activity. Something is going on. Pretty nefarious, too. But that doesn't discount an actual alien invasion because we do not know the full scope. This could be coming under the cloud of one. I don't know. Yeah. I just showed you the thing. Congressman said intel shows the drones come from an Iranian ship off the Jersey coast. I was president. Blow that Hummer out of the water. Show no mercy. And send a message to Iran and say this is the declaration of war. And then get Congress to declare war on Iran. Let's just get it done. And then bomb the Iranian Guard and the government to oblivion. Okay? But that's just me. Okay. Okay. Little man in the... yeah. And so what alien incursions that have been determined before all this drone activity, because they recognize these are drones, just before I conclude with this statement, is this before I head out of here and get busy paying bills and doing cleanup and getting ready for company coming over tomorrow. It is quite possible the demonic world is coming back and the hierarchy wants to externalize itself on the planet. and through possessed people, like I said before, it's what they teach, and through physical manifestation as well. So we could be seeing that as well in some of these encounters, not all of them, but they seem to be coming from a mothership, a literal seagoing vessel off the coast of the Atlantic coast somewhere. So with that, you guys be blessed in Jesus' name, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off.